Hey, we are back with another Dragon Ball Daima review. This is for episode 17, Goma, which has released. And immediately it starts off with no recap, which they've been doing for some of these episodes, where they'll have like kind of a series recap to, I guess, catch up new viewers potentially. But you know that when they just skip the intro, they mean business, and that the episode is going to hit really. And it starts out with basically Goku and the gang basically standing off against Arinsu and Majin Du and Majin Ku, and we know Glorio is in cahoots with Arinsu, but he seems a bit confused as to what her game plan is initially. Um, and she does actually say her intention, instead of just becoming Supreme Demon King of the Demon Realm or whatever, she actually wants a powerful demon realm that the outside realms will, bow down towards, I suppose. And initially, it seems like, the entire episode is just going to be them fighting against Majin Hu and Majin Du. And Arinsu proposes a match style where they go one on one and basically battling for the Dragon Balls that they have, and which kind of reminded me of when Nappa and Vegeta came down to Earth in the Saiyan Saga, and they decided to kind of do one-on-one fights with the Z fighters while they were stalling for Goku and whatnot. With Yamcha fighting the Cybermen and Krillin doing the same. But Goku basically, like, he's initially taking it like pretty kind of lightheartedly. Like he confidently stands up, and they have like a little moment of Goku and Vegeta bickering between rock paper scissors and who gets to go first. And Goku, stands off against Majin Du. Majin Ku was about to go, but Arinsu puts that to rest ASAP, and Majin Du goes instead. And Goku and him fight, and it is just like really, really good. It is like constant motion for like 3 straight minutes, and there's like really great fighting choreography, and like the way Goku uses Majin Du's stretching ability against him, and using the power pole, and just their interactions. I thought were fascinating to watch them fight. It's very fascinating. Uh, and Goku goes Super Saiyan, and they're about to, they're like reaching like kind of a little bit of a climax of their fight or whatever, and then Goma interrupts. Of course, Goma now superpowered with the third eye, and when Goma pulls up, he does not, or he basically uh, cuts out like the extended intermission, because usually in like anime and stuff, they'll have like intermission halfway through the episode with like whatever the logo might pop up, or some image, but the logo just kind of shows up in the bottom half of the screen, and that's pretty much it. So they're not playing around, and they got stuff to show. But we see Goma with his big transformed state, and Arinsu and Neva are like losing their minds when they see that he actually has the third eye. And it was pretty cool to see kind of Neva, who for this entire like series basically, it's always seemed like he's had like a good idea of what's going on, kind of. He always has like a trick up his sleeve or knows something that the others don't. But when he sees the eye, he kind of loses his mind a little bit, and starts freaking out a little bit, like, oh shoot, he's got that. Yeah, we cannot mess with this guy. And I just thought that was just an interesting reaction. And Bulma notices that Hybis is missing his eye and his belt, and Hybis tries to play it off like it doesn't matter. But Goma immediately starts making a ring like he's Cell or something. Uh, and the visuals in when he's creating the ring are really, really sick looking. I mean, there's like the use of like particle effects and smoke effects and regular 2D animation. It just comes together really well for a really nice image as this ring is being created. This ring in the sky is being created, and immediately Vegeta is first up. He immediately goes after Goma, and he's kind of struggling against him, and of course he uses Vegeta's technique, which is just spamming ki blasts, and Vegeta does go Super Saiyan. Seemingly in his Super Saiyan form, he punches Goma, and it has absolutely no effect. like straight up no effect. He doesn't even flinch, and Vegeta gets knocked back. And this is when it cuts to Goku, and Goku gets like actually serious, and he's like, "All right, everyone, let's go together." It was really refreshing to see Goku, get serious about something. And, he fights alongside Piccolo, immediately taking off the weighted clothing, and Glorio and Supreme Kai, and they all go in to, basically gang up on Goma. And as they're fighting, I guess the bag of bugs that Goku has, it falls out of his clothing. And while this is happening, Bulma suggests to Arinsu that they should probably team up and go and fight this guy. And it was like this really kind of dramatic pause and dramatic moment. But it was like really cool to see her just accept, and she sends Majin Buu and Majin Ku out up there to fight. And then not too far behind them, Pansy, Hibis, and the army tag along to go up there and help as well. And then I thought that was going to be the end of it, but then I got really excited when Neva goes to Tamagami 1, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I know where this is going. And, they're all fighting, so he kind of gives him the wink, and in this kind of funny scene, he kind of gives him a couple winks, and Tamagami 1, goes up there and he goes and helps out, and they all start fighting in this arena, and it just looks so sick. Like the animation gets so good, and they're using all their teamwork, and it's just interesting to see, like, you know Goku will be flying, and then Goma will throw something at him, and then Tamagami 1 will slice it, allowing for Goku and the others to pass through. And just seeing them like use all their powers together was really cool to see, especially like ganging up against like this formidable foe. Another thing is like the setting and just the way they're fighting. It's like it reminded me of like the Raging Blast 2 intro, with just like this red setting, and then all these blasts coming from everywhere, and the animation is just so quick and so clean. It really reminded me of the Broly movie and Dragon Ball Super Superhero, with just like these fast motions and these rapid attacks, flying across the landscape while blasting and attacking and stuff. And they're using like their teamwork together, and they all kind of get into a circle or whatever, and they kind of surround Goma, and they all hit him with like their strongest blasts. And unfortunately it does not work out. And while Goku and Vegeta are basically falling, Vegeta asks Goku about the bugs, maybe to do a fusion bug or something, or at least like a sensu bean bug, one of the recovery bugs. But unfortunately Goku dropped it or whatever. Hopefully they do find it, because I think there's still stuff they can do with that. But he doesn't find it, and then Goma uses his sort of telekinetic abilities to kind of bring Goku up, and he's about to like hit him with an extremely fatal blast or something. It looks like, but Tamagami 1 and Majin Buu come to save him at the last second, and in a really cool scene. And Goku is like, okay, I guess there's no holding back now, and he starts powering up, and he does it. He finally goes Super Saiyan 3 in Daima, and it was a really stunning transformation sequence, honestly. And with like the camera just swirling around him, and then coming up to his hair, uh you know flowing out like that. And Goma fires his blast off, and Goku just tanks that. Like, he doesn't even move, he just tanks that thing. And he's just standing there, and he's just giving him a mean look, and he stares Goma down. And that's basically where the episode ends. But I think this has to be like the best Daima episode so far. The pace was really quick this episode, because I expected like the episode was probably just going to be just Goku and the gang maybe fighting Majin Buu and Majin Ku, but they immediately bring Goma out. And I appreciated that fast pace, instead of kind of dragging things out. And I think like this episode was definitely like an episode where like we don't need to cope anymore. We don't gotta say, oh well, I'm sure next episode they'll probably up the pace. No, this episode was absolute fire, honestly, and probably definitely the best episode so far of Daima. And it just had incredible action, and I liked the drama as well, and everyone teaming up together to fight Goma. I think that was really exciting to see. And given where the episode ends with Super Saiyan 3 Goku staring him down, man, it's just it's really exciting to see, and I cannot wait for the next episode of Dragon Ball Daima because this one was amazing.